Hello everybody, this is Brenda Chris with Movement Mortgage, and I wanted to talk about the 10 things that you need to know when you're going to buy a home. There's a lot of first-time home buyers out there, but there's also people that are seasoned. So these are my 10 things that I would think you would want to know. Number one is use a realtor. A lot of times people think, you know, I got this, I can do this, I can do everything a realtor can do. And to be honest with you, I work with realtors every day and I see so many things that they do and they navigate on behalf of the borrower that you don't want to do those things. Those negotiations, knowing all those little details, not forgetting to make sure there's a CL 100 termite report done right before closing. There's so many little things that can be pitfalls, and I've seen people try and do it by themselves, and even from the standpoint of doing a contract, a realtor is hugely important. So number one, use a realtor. Number two, read the contract. Hence, revert back to number one, a realtor helps you with that. The contract can have so many little details in there that you never thought about, from having so many days to have a home inspection done, to whether or not repairs are going to be part of the contract, who's going to pay for them, the closing date, how much the seller's going to contribute for closing costs, if there is special assessments for taxes that are going to be there for the life of the loan. You're going to live in that property. It might be in really tiny fine print, and so that's something you want to contemplate before you buy a home. So number two, read the contract. Number three, don't buy for today. When you are contemplating a house, you might be a single person today and you might only need so much room. Are you planning on getting married? Are you planning on having a family? Are you going to need those extra bedrooms, or the reverse? Do you have quite a few kids right now that are approaching that phase where they're going to be going off to college and you're going to be an empty nester soon? Do you want to buy that big of a house and then wind up not needing all that room? So that's something to contemplate. Number three, don't buy for today. Number four, think about commitment. If you are not married and the two of you are on a contract together and on that loan together, what happens if things don't work out and it's not all that easy to get somebody off of a contract? So something to consider is think about commitment. Number five, look beyond paint. Many houses, well, there are not a whole lot of houses on the market right now. Inventory is way down. So the ones that you do have to choose from, don't just look at the surface. I mean, wallpaper can be fixed, colors can be changed, surface things can be fixed. Think about the structure of the home. If it has good bones, everything else can be fixed. We also have something called a renovation loan, a 203K renovation or a home style, where you get a bid for certain things. Say you want a new roof or a garage door, or you want to add a bedroom or a bathroom. Those things can be done after closing. And so you take that contract, you take your sales price, add the two together, that's your new loan amount. You can base the loan on that, and those things can be done after closing. So if you have questions on that, give me a call. So number six, buy what you can afford. You don't want to buy all the way where you're maxed out. Should something happen to your job or your spouse's job, you want to have a little bit of a buffer in case you hit a rough patch. I mean, life is a roller coaster. It goes like this all the time. So plan for that thing that is the unforeseen. As best you can. Number seven, more than purchase price. You are going to need various things as part of the home buying process. You're going to need an appraisal, which is generally around $500. You're going to need to do a home inspection, which is generally in the $400 range. You're going to need a termite report, which can vary drastically, anywhere from $100 to $200, depending on who is going to be paying for that. You may have HOA dues that are going to be involved. So there's a lot of things to think about. And your earnest money deposit. When you put a contract in, You put down a certain amount of money that says, yes, I am serious about buying this home and here's my deposit. So those are some things to keep in mind. Number 8, student loans. Student loans can drastically impact your ability to buy a home. If you're going to use the conventional product, if you're going with Freddie Mac as your investor, you can get away with a 0.5%. So basically, we take your balance, we multiply it by 0.5%, and that's your payment. Or if you're going Fannie, then we take 1% and multiply it by your balance, and that's your payment. Because most student loans right now are in deferment, and so we have to base it on either a 0.5% or 1%, depending on what program you're going with. Government is going to be 1%. Most of our down payment assistance programs are going to be 1%. So it can impact your debt ratio. So you want to keep in mind, if you have a lot of student debt, that's going to kind of drive which program you're going to go with. Number 9, you don't have to buy now. So maybe you want to get all your ducks in a row. You want to call and get information, get pre-qualified, but work on building that nest egg so that you're ready to go, say, in the spring. Whatever the case may be, planning is really important, and you don't have to do it right this minute. Number 10, the last thing I want to talk about is something called a mortgage credit certificate, the MCC. Not many people talk about this. Not many people contemplate it or even offer it to you. MCC is a credit that you can have every single year when you file your taxes, up to $2,000. So depending on your tax liability, you have to pay taxes in order to be eligible for the certificate. So if you are someone who doesn't have to pay taxes because you're on disability income or what have you, it wouldn't necessarily help you. But we can take that $2,000 that you're getting, divide that by 12, and add it back into the loan as income. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about the MCC tax credit, give me a holler. Again, this is Brenda Christ with Movement Mortgage, and my number is 843-330-8002 or brenda.christ@movement.com. And Christ is spelled CHRIST. I look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully I can help you.